Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Backrooms Podcast. We're on episode. I don't fucking know anymore. Like
I lost track.
5, 4, something like that.
It's a number, right?
It's a number, all right. And we're on floor fucking 232, where all around us is just fucking rubber chickens. And like, you think it would be cool, but like, there's also other shadow monsters and shit that like are alerted by the rubber chickens. So we gotta be very careful.
If you step on one and it squeaks, it just brings all the shadow monsters to us. And if you run, it just keeps squeaking more. So
Yeah. But also the shadow monsters fucking squeak as well, so they just like keep going in circles, like following perpetually. Oh my god, dude.
I hate it here.
Well, in an hour and a half, I guess. I don't know.
Let's speedrun it so we can leave earlier.
Yeah, let's speedrun it. It has been a fucking. It's been 3 months since we've recorded the last episode.
3 months.
It's been 3. Yeah, you want to see? Let's go into.
You got the receipts.
3 fucking months, man. It's been a minute. A lot of shit has happened in those 3 months as well. Well, I mean, specifically me. I got a new job, and as well as a few episodes I've recorded, and as well as said a bunch of times that like I'm finally on ADHD medicine, and like I am not a changed person. I'm not a new person, but a changed person in a good way. And it's just like I'm finally doing what I want to do. However, the job is like fucking almost like an everyday thing. So
Yeah,
it kind of
typical 9 to
sucks.
5.
Yeah, a typical 9 to 5, which kind of sucks. Like that's the only thing. But I work from home like 2 days a week, so it's not like entirely bad.
Rather a hybrid than you go in there every day. At least you have some time to yourself when you're here.
Yeah, and then as well as like if I really wanted to, I could record like before or I could record like during like my off times if I really wanted to.
Or play Elden Ring.
Or play I have done that before. That's the fucking funny part too. I have played Elden Ring and like gotten a bunch of shit in Elden Ring while like downtime was happening during work. Like 2 hours go by and I'm just playing Elden Ring because no one's like sending us anything. And I'm just like, fuck man, like on the same boss. And I'm just like, what if someone goes into my work PC and like looks at my camera and just sees me with like no shirt on, fucking like shorts, and like I'm just like here, like the sweaty fucking like gamer stance, like looking forward with a controller,
Mountain Dew, just...
and then yeah, Cheeto dust in my beard, and then all of a sudden it's like 10 minutes of silence, and then all of a sudden it's just, God fucking damn it, to a boss. Oh my god.
Being very productive.
Being very productive, yes. Corporate, what do you mean?
It's fine. It's if you're getting paid to play Elden Ring, I mean, I don't see a problem.
Oh, dude, I wish. I actually do. It's been such a long time since I played Elden Ring. I do want to restart it in a good way, because when I was playing Elden Ring, like before it was like it would take a minute, you know, to really like get into it. But now, because a lot of Elden Ring for me was like, okay, I'm doing something. Where do I go next? And because I've played a lot of Elden Ring, I really want to try out like different things, like maybe just like a straight strength build and see how fucking far I can go. No, like seriously, because even though technically that is what I'm doing right now, but it's strength and faith. So like, but like
Holy
I believe
stick.
What?
Holy
Holy
stick.
Oh, holy bubble wand. Do you not know that?
The bubble.
The bubble wand. So oh fuck. I'm forgetting, you go into like the big city, which is basically like it's a little bit of mid game, right? You go to the capital, and like it's like one of these big guys They literally like blow into the bottom of this fucking of this like mallet, and holy bubbles come out, and you can get it, and it's the holy bubble wand, and I love it. It's the fucking best shit because all the bubbles do damage. It's not like all of them are like their own little like entity that does damage. So it's like rapid fire holy damage. And it's hilarious. And then it's like rapid fire holy damage, and it's like if something like just is just like, oh, I don't care for holy damage. It's just like, okay, well my 50 fucking strength build is gonna slap you in the face with this goddamn bubble wand now. Wabonk.
That's the only way to play. I mean, I don't want to hear anything else. Just the bubble wand.
Just the bubble wand. So you make a lot of sound there. What's your thing at?
I don't know.
Check
No.
before you plug it in.
It's fine.
No, it's not. You're gonna kill your battery.
I'm gonna do it.
You're at 50%. Leave it. Leave it until the PC tells you to plug it in.
Anyway.
Alex got a new laptop, and Alex is just like, we're gonna plug it in for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
My old one needed to be plugged in that much.
Yeah.
It would be at 40% and then it would shut off.
And then die. Exactly. You literally cut your battery life in half.
Well, I don't know. Well, it's not my problem. So.
Well, at least now, like when it comes to PC games, you can actually like play on your laptop.
Sort of.
I mean, no, you could definitely play games. I think you could definitely play Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas on your fucking laptop.
Well, nothing can run Fallout New Vegas because it's New Vegas, but you know, I mean.
What do you mean?
New Vegas is its own entity.
You mean everything can run New Vegas, but because of how old it is, it's just like it can't handle
just
it.
because old. Like you can run Fallout 3 fine, I'm sure, but no matter what state your PC is in, no matter what you have, whether it's whatever old laptop to the newest gen of PC, it's still going to crash.
What do you mean?
It's
Because it's so
just
old.
New Vegas.
It's just New Vegas.
just
Yeah,
New
it's
Vegas.
not the hardware.
It's not a bug.
It's
a
the
feature.
game. It's a feature.
It's part of the New Vegas experience.
Oh my god. That must fucking suck.
I've had
Low-key.
so many times where I've just, with whatever mods I've been using on my old laptop, so I'm sure it'll work fine now, where it'll change like the skybox or the graphic, and just, there's nothing but void, it stops moving, and then it shuts off. It's great.
Your fucking GPU just like, your GPU just dying on
HP
you.
Airline, no, Acer Airline was the older one.
Oh my
This
god.
one's HP.
That sounds so. I mean, HP is.
I say
You
it's,
got some good shit in it, but it's like meh.
I got some things. I mean, I'm mostly using it for school because I need all these coding programs and all these designing software.
And Minecraft.
The most essential part of my software education.
Very, very true.
Minecraft Education Edition, does that work?
Yeah,
Does that work?
yeah.
There
It
we
could.
go.
Hey, professor, I did a chemistry problem in Minecraft.
I
Does
did
this
my
count?
homework in Minecraft.
Wait, do you know that? Hold on a minute.
What?
Do you know the meme of the person? It was like this girl was sitting in class and she was like, I can't believe he's doing this. Someone took their fucking notes in Minecraft.
Yes, on the book.
Yeah, in a fucking book in Minecraft.
That's genius. That's Galaxy Brain. You can put it in a little library now in Minecraft.
Yeah, you can.
Based on your class.
Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Oh my god! That's so true. And like there's infinite amount of pages you can add. Hold on.
I know what I'm
He might have been
smart.
cooking.
Yeah.
He might have been cooking a little bit.
I mean, it's okay. If I play Minecraft in class, I play Pokemon in my one class. Straight through. Hour and a half, just Pokemon.
You know, I actually had an idea. Okay. So when it comes to Pokemon, right?
Yes.
Alex here is like a fiend.
I did.
a problem in the Pokemon community. No, Alex is like one of the biggest fanatics of Pokemon that like I know in general. I only know one friend that's like as close to you when it comes to being a fanatic, and like he stopped like giving a shit about Pokemon cards like years ago, you know. And Alex, funny enough, we got Pokemon cards today from Target too.
As a birthday gift.
That's a birthday gift, yeah. I think you deserved it, to be honest.
Like, it made me cry.
Well, it's okay. We're in a safe space with our rubber chickens around us.
Squeeze one for good luck. No, don't squeeze it. No.
No. It's those geese. You have to. If you hold it, it won't make a sound. So you hold it and then you fucking yeet it, and then we see the cacophony of the shadow beings.
It's a lore.
It's
It's like one of the blood cocktails from Bloodborne. It's just to throw it and all the beasts go to it so you can run the other way.
Oh my god, perfect. But so here's the thing, right? Alex knows a lot about Pokemon. I'm not gonna say he knows all of Pokemon because there's definitely small, minute details that
I haven't played a Gen 3 game.
you haven't played a Gen 3 game.
Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I have not played one. Or
Really?
even the remakes. I'm just not a fan
Like
of
Gen 3 and down, or just Gen 3 in general?
Just Gen 3.
So you've played like every other Pokemon before then?
Before
And after, sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
There's just a gap. in
So,
Gen 3.
so then there's me who like I enjoy the cards. The cards look cool and cute. The anime, the show, like is pretty good and funny. Sometimes it's a little boring, but I mean that's just all shows. But like I personally, I was gonna say something very negative. I personally don't like the games. To me, the Pokemon games are very much like the same thing, in and out, blah blah blah, right? But the only thing that's really gotten me into Pokemon is not only watching but playing Nuzlocke. And here's the thing. Alex has never played a Nuzlocke or done a Nuzlocke for the sole purpose of Alex, he just likes the guys. He likes the guys. And
They're
he
my
can't.
friends.
And he can't.
Pixels are friends. I can't kill my friends.
And,
I'd feel bad.
yeah, exactly. You know? Because, like, there are times, like, I bet that you know where you're just like, man, this Poochyena gotta die so that I can swap real quick.
I've tried a Nuzlocke and I couldn't get past the first gem because I'm like, actually, you know what? This one doesn't count. This deck doesn't count. My party, I forgot about the Nuzlocke.
I mean, dude, that is, you play it how you play it, but I've always enjoyed Nuzlocke. So, what I propose is, why don't we do some Karate Kid type shit, where you're my Mr. Miyagi, and I'm the Karate Kid, but we do a Nuzlocke.
Oh, that'd
Where
be
I
interesting.
play, and then you're the one giving, like, out, like, not the orders, but, like, what I need to know, this and that, blah, blah. Because, like, I know nothing about Pokemon. I know, like, the simplest shit. Like, lightning is weak against, like, ground and rock. And, like, I just
Dragons.
know... And, like, dragons just hate each other. But, like, fairies, like, destroy dragons for some odd fucking apparent reason. And, like, I fucking hate that, dude. I hate that. I really do. Oh my god.
It's
But
my favorite. Dragon is my favorite type. So it used to be just weak to dragon and ice, and it became.
Oh, yeah,
snow
that's
and
right, it is
ice.
ice.
Yeah, dragon, ice, and fairy are the only things strong against dragon, and I love dragons. Usually, my whole team ends up being dragons, except for Sylveon, Pink Ribbon Dog, who all the other dragons in my team are scared of.
because she's a fucking fairy type.
But
That's
this
fucking
cute
awesome.
Dog is just triumphs over all these
Just,
pseudo-legendaries.
just licks the face of a dragon, dissolves it. No, it's like that video of the fucking raccoon with the cotton candy, and it tries to watch it. It tries to watch it in water, and it just dissolves. And that's your Sylveon with like fucking Vagon, just like in the water. No.
Father, help!
Fuck.
Michael, don't leave me.
Don't
Oh my
leave.
god.
Oh my god, I really want to do that though. I had this idea late one night. I like literally shot up out of bed and I was like, this is a fucking amazing idea. Like, I would love to fucking record that shit.
I would too. I wonder, what if we did it together where we each played the same game and I'm like going through it with you and like trying to give directions? What if we did like a randomized one though?
So here's the thing, right? And I actually this one I really wanted to stream.
Okay.
I wanted to do a soul lock. Do you know what a soul lock
That's
is?
the one where if you lose, one person loses one, other
So
person loses. it.
yeah, why streamers do it is why two streamers do it is because it's like you get the two different angles, right? And it's like you both there's a added rule where like each Pokemon has to be like different typing, but I think that's just fucking dumb in it. But like I like the idea of if you both want to start with the same Pokemon or different Pokemon or whatnot, that's pretty cool. Or at least like you start with the different Pokemon, but like if you both get the same one or the same typing, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But the whole idea, yeah, like you were saying, is like if we were doing it, if my starter died, then your starter died.
So it goes in order. So if the second Pokemon, if the second of yours dies, mine. Okay.
Yeah, like even like and it dies even if like you're using it too.
So I don't think you would know this. A while ago on YouTube, I think he still does videos, but they're not as often. His name is Maryland, and his icon for his YouTube channel is Meryl Pokemon. So cute. I used to watch him play Soul Silver and Heart Gold when those came out. And he did a similar Nuzlocke as well. I think it had a different name though, because his Pokemon, it was just a cute concept where first Pokemon and second Pokemon were like considered a couple.
Oh yeah.
So if they lost one, there was a lot of fan art too of like, oh, they're so cute together, and then like, if they lose one, it was so sad.
Oh no.
And then they had to find like a new partner for them, but they should have been together.
Oh yeah.
It was a cute concept. He's a great YouTuber. He's actually one of the YouTubers that got me into Minecraft too, because he used to play it with his brother.
Oh.
Like old.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in
shit.
the golden ages
Oh,
of
yeah.
Minecraft.
Oh
It was
yeah.
cool.
But the one thing, so here's the thing. The one thing that why I liked the Soul Lock so much that we did was because it wasn't just with one other person. It was with the two other people. So we all started with a different starter and all the shit was randomized. All the shit was randomized. Dude, I want to do that again, but like I need like two other people, and like for me it's just so it really is so hard to like continue with like a Nuzlocke a little bit or just with Pokemon because of my ADHD, just like the continuous thing of like, you know, battling Pokemon, getting levels and whatnot, battling Pokemon, getting levels and whatnot, and then fighting something is just so it's monotonous and repetitive, and I'm just like, oh my god, kill me with a fucking brick right now. But like with the added like, but if you're not fucking careful, the seagull will fucking kill your Pikachu, and I'm just like I like that challenge a little bit.
I cast time distortion. Your whole team is dead.
You're
If we don't even need to do the older games. We could also do like, I'm sure I can probably run the 3DS games on here too.
I really wanted to do Fire Red.
Fire. Okay.
Because Fire Red was the one that I would always be like, I want to do a Nuzlocke on this one.
Okay.
Or we get you into fucking Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. And I've always heard that Emerald is like the better of the three, especially since fucking what's his face? Wait, what was is it?
I wish I knew who you were talking about.
The legendary
Rayquaza?
Yeah,
Okay.
especially since Rayquaza just comes from the sky, looks at fucking Groudon and and Kyogre,
Yeah.
and it's just like, motherfuckers, stop! And they're just like, fuck, man, I guess.
Kids, you're both awful.
Yeah. It's like older brother coming downstairs and being like, Mom, you motherfuckers. If you don't stop, I'm gonna fucking beat the ever-living shit out of
Don't
you.
make me turn this car around.
I just love that. He doesn't do anything. He just like looks at them and just roars. And then just flies away and they're like, fuck, alrighty. And it's all because fucking Team Galactic or whatever gives the red or the blue looking orb to the wrong goddamn fucking legendary, and then they get pissed.
They've pondered the orb the wrong way.
They pondered the wrong orb. I would love that. I would actually love that.
I think if we wanted to grab more people, I know Steph would probably be interested.
I would rather us well the Soul Lock thing, that would be cool, but I would rather us do a Nuzlocke together and like you said, like you experiencing it regularly and trying to like figure it out, because like you haven't played, like you said, you haven't played Gen 3, you haven't played Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald at all. Even like the remakes of what is it?
Fire Red, Leaf Green?
No. Is it Ultra Sapphire, Ultra or whatever? No. Omega Sapphire and Omega Ruby. Yeah.
I liked Ultra Sun and Moon though; those were cool.
Wasn't that also just the remake?
It was the differences in Sun and Moon to Ultra Sun and Moon you could fit on a post-it note, and they still charged full price.
And one of them is Ultra.
One of them's Ultra. 3 of them are mini games. I forgot what the rest was.
Oh my god. I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
I really do. You wanna know what I actually hate a lot more than that?
What?
To kind of get on a tangent. When, like, Nintendo specifically remakes a game and then adds, like, a shitty little side thing to it. Like the remake of fucking Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
Mm.
And
You can't Triumph Peak.
but no. To be fair, the graphics have changed because it's all updated, right? And so everything looks different, but everything at the same time, it's graphics that were for like Mario and Luigi Dream Team, and so like it looks really like more cartoony somehow. It's like maybe it's because because both of us, right? We played the shit out of that fucking game.
I'd burn out that cartridge if I could.
And then you bought it again.
Yeah.
No, I gave it to you and I bought another one. I bought this game fucking 5 different times. I shit you not. And it's still fun as shit. Like, yeah. So, like, that's not bad. But, like, the difference between, like, you remember this area.
Yes.
Look how weird it is. Not weird, but it's like
almost an uncanny look to me.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it was a fan-made thing. But it's official Nintendo shit.
It's because there's no outlines. It's just like you're used to seeing everything with like the thick black outlines.
Oh shit. Wait a minute. Maybe that's so right.
Yeah, there's no outlines, so it just looks off.
That's so right. I feel like if you go back to that other image with like the side by side with I feel like as well Bowser is like more he's more animated here.
I didn't even see this guy right here. He just blends into Bowser.
Starly or whatever.
Little dude.
The little dude. Starmie. Well, that's a Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon, yeah.
They also I gotta say this, if and when you do go back, they did the King DDD thing before they did the fucking Kirby Return to Dreamland. Yeah. They made him fucking thicker. And like, I mean, that's okay, to be fair. But maybe that's just how he is, because he looks like he's hunched over, while here he's like standing up.
I can spell. I like how.
I fucking hate that. I'm gonna put actual images here. If no one fucking knows,
so weird.
If no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about, in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe for the Switch, when they remade the Wii version, they changed King Dedede to being the roundest fucking bird boy ever, and I fucking hate it. They make him into a ball like Kirby, when like he's not a ball.
He's just a bird.
No, he's just I'm the biggest bird. Because I think it's because like Bandana D, Kirby, and Meta Knight are all around, so they wanted to continue the theme. Because King Dedede is like Bowser in Bowser's Inside Story. Like he's not fat. He's big, but he's not fat. You know? We've seen Bowser fat in Inside Story too. Funny enough.
The food area, I remember that.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
I didn't like that part. That's sad.
Actually, when I replayed it, it was really fast. It's just, it has a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
That's really it. And then as well as the jumping parts are just fucking annoying. Anyways, besides the point. That, like, because when they brought that back, they brought, like, Bowser Jr.'s fucking whatever. And it's, like, the most, the annoying piece of shit thing ever where it's just mini games and it means nothing. It adds nothing to the story. At all. It adds nothing. It's just, like, an extra little piece of poop. To whatever. Yeah.
Picture make brain go burr.
But to be fair, speaking of video games, because today's topic wasn't dissing on Nintendo, which I actually do want to talk about like in the future. We do actually have a topic today instead of just annoying Alex with the age-old question of a billion lines versus a bunch of Pokemon.
You know the answer.
Hey man,
Move on.
Hey man,
Move on.
I don't know.
Move on. Now.
Move on.
Move on.
Move on.
Move
Ah! So,
There's not a gun pointed to your head.
so me and Alex play a specific game a lot
That I don't think you've heard of.
with Tammy. Well, no, actually, they probably have because I have 2 videos of it on my YouTube channel.
No, I'm joking because of the popularity.
Oh,
It's a really
well,
obscure
maybe.
indie game. from
Maybe.
this unknown
You
company.
never know, dude. Because, like, to be honest, like, a lot of people who play, like, other, like, FPSs, like, usually just put in a bunch of time in, like, that set FPS.
I got lotion in my eyes. Don't
Okay.
worry.
No. I'll give you time.
Moisturize too much.
My eyes! Bald.
Bald.
Oh, my God. Take your time. Do you need, like, a paper towel or something to dry it?
It's white. Owie.
Owie.
Why is that one
Owie,
light
Mario.
purple?
What?
Why is that one light purple?
No, it does that. Like, goes in and out. Because to make white light, you have to combine all the lights. All the colors.
Broken.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're broken.
Thank you. Yeah, it came with some weird DLC.
I came with some weird DLC. Oh my god. Okay, so going back. So I only have 2 videos of this up, and to be honest, I do want to record some more of our shenanigans. It's a game that me, Alex, and as well as Tammy, who was on our last episode of the podcast, Apex Legends. Apex Legends is, I would say, a pretty fun fucking first-person shooter, to be honest. We've both been playing Apex Legends for a while now. Alex, of course, has been playing it longer than me. I played it once in, like, the first season, like, I think on my Xbox or maybe on my PC. And then I literally, like, skipped seven seasons, and I played it on season 8. And then I think I skipped, like, another season. And then now I've been playing it. Wait. No, we're going into, like, season... What season? I don't remember, man. It's been, like, I've played the game when it first came out, like, for a little bit.
Mhm.
And then it was a few seasons ago. I think I came back season 7. We're on season 13?
No, not 13. No. We
14?
No, we are on... I'm trying to find the number. Not giving me the number.
What season?
Yeah,
is
like
Apex
legit.
Legends on?
What's... There's not a J in what?
I mean, they could be. If you try real hard enough.
19.
19. There we go. Yeah, so I wasn't far off. I was thinking of Overwatch, because Overwatch 2 is on its, like, 8th and 9th season right now.
Oh, already.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been out for, like, 2 years.
Still. That's a whole other episode we can do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. But, yeah, so I've been playing it. I played it a little bit, and then I came back to it because of Alex.
Mhm.
And me, Alex, and Tammy have just been shredding in the game. Actually, because of me and you, Tammy then got it, and then now, like, Tammy is just, like, in love with the game.
And Fuse.
And Fuse.
And Fuse.
And Alex has been playing since the fucking beginning on his, PlayStation 4, and now, finally, PlayStation 5.
Yeah, it's not Sony Airlines anymore. I got off the flight. Okay. To anyone who does not have a PS4 or has had the luxury of not having one to play games on,
Even just the fucking PS3 when the PS4 came out.
yeah, it is notorious for its fans
Mhm.
and just how loud they are. I kid you not. My PlayStation 4 is louder than the air conditioner in my house. That's on the other side of the room. I'm not exaggerating. I will turn it on when I go home and record a video. It is awful.
Oh my god, dude.
It was, God, I couldn't even hear the game. It was that bad, and I wish I was exaggerating. I'm not, but fortunately,
Oh no,
PS5
like
is better.
when we're in Discord, it's
I turn off noise canceling. You can't hear me.
yeah, exactly. And then like when you turn and then you're trying to speak over the fucking airplane that's like about to take off too. And it's just like, oh my god.
This is your captain speaking. take off in 5 minutes.
So why are we talking about Apex? Well, as we've shown, Apex is on its 19th season. Is going to season 20. I believe people have been. I believe the next legend has been not shown, but people have figured it out who the next legend might be or will be or something like that. But I don't think the next legend's not coming next season. It's going to be coming the season after, which right? It's not every season a legend
I think
comes
so.
out.
I believe they've slowed down on giving legends because they realized people don't care. If you look at the distribution of,
I don't know if it's people don't care. I think it's that basically EA was like, "Yo, Respawn, do your shit," and then Respawn was not giving a shit because they had to make fucking deadlines.
yeah, that's the. If you look at the distribution of playtime for newer characters compared to older characters, excluding the base characters with the game,
Oh yeah.
just taking a look at all the unlockable characters by release date, 0.0 something or 0.13% play Newcastle, who's one of the newer legends, compared
Oh
to
my god.
even the
Even
single
Conduit.
digit percentages. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just shows that people don't want to play the new legends, or in this, except for Conduit. Fortunately, they made
Well,
did great
because I
stuff
think
with it.
like they didn't really have an idea of like Newcastle, to be honest.
I think they just wanted to make someone Bangalore's brother for the lore, and
Or
then
just
they,
bring Bangalore's brother back for the lore.
they just started with that, and they didn't have.
And then
to
they
do
did
more with
nothing.
it.
Just like fucking Seer. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
We do love Apex, but because we love Apex, we also fucking hate it. We hate
It's our 9 to 5.
we hate what EA has made Respawn to do.
Delete
Because
the
I
mobile
don't-
version.
Because delete the mobile version. Because like as shown, like Respawn is not the issue
No,
here.
not at all.
Not at all. It's always EA just like getting their little fucking hands in it. And I don't think EA had anything to do with fucking Conduit, which is why Conduit, when she came out, and like even now, like Conduit's like an amazing fucking legend, and like I want to say not overpowered, but like I don't know how she's working in like the competitive scene, because as much as we do play Apex, we are not going to sit here and fucking destroy our minds with competitive Apex legends.
We made it to Diamond, and that's
We
about as
made
far
it
as
to
we've been.
we made it to Diamond by ratting in one season, and that was fucking it.
Mhm.
So like I'm not gonna put in my 2 cents, but because I mean personally I we don't really have anything to do with that when it comes to competitive. But I mean, even in casual play, like Conduit's pretty fucking like every legend is pretty good. Is the thing. Every legend is good. Every gun is still good as well. Even like the red weapons.
You should know how to use them. The bottom line is, if you can use it, if you like it, use it. If it's a good, okay, that's if you
Yeah.
know how to use it. I love my Prowler.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one
my
thing.
problem.
We should probably speak about that. So there are weapons in the game that basically respawn like every other season or every season changes, and those are red weapons. And red weapons are like your super duper overpowered bullshit weapons that like
Mhm.
do a bunch of damage either over time or like in a burst or like all at once, or are somehow way better than like whatever other gun there is. Like the Bocek that has been a red weapon the longest, next to the fucking the Kraber.
It was a ground weapon.
One season,
One season. That's it.
and that was it.
It was so fun to use,
And it
It
was so
was.
fun to use.
and now you just gotta get a care package and hope you get it.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be a thing. I don't.
I think if there is, because there is my girlfriend's brother, Micah, actually plays a lot of Apex. To the point where like he is like he's regularly diamond,
Mhm.
I believe. And maybe even higher than that, to be honest.
Mhm.
And I was having a conversation with him about, you know, hey, wouldn't it be cool bringing back the Bocek? And he was like, it's a fact that if they do bring back the Bocek, it's still going to be quiet as shit and no one's going to know where they're going to be shot at. That's going to be the scariest part. and the fact that it does so much damage, you're basically like going behind people and being like, Omoaibu, Shinderu, Nani? And then they just fucking die. And I'm just thinking that, and I'm like, yeah, but like, couldn't like you just lowering the spawn rate of like that weapon just like fix that?
Same thing with snipers, like how snipers are. Even if you put like a silencer attachment for the snipers,
If there was one,
and then you bring back the bow check, and there you go. Things are
make stuff silent. But
personally, I want a louder on my versatile.
you could put a silencer on it, but the thing is, like, the damage drop off. There's more damage drop off. It does less damage.
Something like that.
You know, like the bullet maybe like shoots like slower or something like that. And like the silencer, it's not like Call of Duty silencing as well.
Yeah.
You know, like it probably silences like a gun like 50% or whatnot.
I mean, there's no audio anyway, so
There's no. Oh yeah, Alex is a play. Alex plays with the Mr. Worldwide type of audio.
It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean you play with music? Yeah, I just listen to
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. That's what I play, and there's no actual game audio, and I have no idea how I'm like consistent.
So you're the
with that.
problem.
Well, I think EA is the problem first. I'm right behind them at second. So I'm just out of curiosity, I'm pulling up the meta for the game.
Oh
right now.
shit!
Conduit is the first. She has picked 19% in ranked, next to Horizon and Revenant actually.
But
Which is
that's
fair,
because Horizon has always gotten picked.
She's been
a lot.
nerfed, quote unquote.
And Horizon has been and because she keeps getting picked, she's been nerfed because of she's been nerfed, quote unquote, because of her going up in the air and just shooting people down. And then
Rest in peace, Seer.
and then Revenant as well as makes sense because Revenant has been like a whole rework
Reborn,
done.
yeah.
You know. Oh my god. And then Pathfinder number 5.
Yeah.
That's fucking hype.
Bloodhound is 7 and Valk is.
Yeah, let's go through all of our fucking mains real quick.
Yeah.
So
So
so I guess what we're kind of getting at is like I don't even fucking know. EA's just like kind of doing shit and
EA is just focused on the money, not the player experience, and you can definitely tell, especially in newer seasons where they've quote unquote fixed matchmaking, fixed audio.
The matchmaking
attachment rotations, and nothing feels like it's actually fixed, and they're just focusing on. Okay,
well, I think
get you in game, and that's really it.
I think now stuff is finally feeling fixed. Like when we go into a control game, like unlike 3 seasons ago, where my fucking first Apex Legends video showed, where like we have B spawn, you know, we have B spot on control.
Spawn, yeah.
Like finally you can actually spawn at B instead of like, you know, you getting B point and then all of a sudden fucking the game's like, you don't have it. You can't spawn here.
No, what do you mean? You actually own no points.
You
can't spawn anywhere.
Yeah, like that shit was fucking annoying. There still is like a connecting to match issue.
Yeah.
But like, to be honest, like that isn't like a huge thing because it's like depending on like what time of day or what time of night and whatnot, like that's just gonna happen, and there's nothing that like we could do.
Yeah.
You know.
It's the main thing that I'm always going to have a issue with is matchmaking, because especially in this season and even last season as well, where
the last 3 seasons.
Last 3, yeah, that's a good metric. Is yes, we've reached diamond in rank, but I will say I don't believe our KDs are as high to be considering us to go against masters, if not Preds. I think about every 5 games we end up seeing Preds, which doesn't make any sense. And we're not talking just like, okay, just regular Pred. We're talking like, I've seen
5
first,
times Pred.
second, third place Preds for even current season. Why are we going against them when our skill, I'm just going to say, we're not Pred.
No, we're not.
And
like, we're not good.
Like, oh, yeah, we reached diamond one time. We're Preds. We're not. we're here to have
like we said, we ratted to diamond. Like,
I think we
had a good strat ratting to diamond, to be fair, but like,
and then we went all like Havoc and top 5, which I think once we reached those finals tough, we were fine. Personally, I've reached plat before, outside of the ratting seasons.
The ratting
And
season.
plat in both arena when it was a thing, rest in peace, and
Mm-hmm.
and BR. It's not as difficult as it may seem, but still, even in those times, I wasn't getting matched against Preds. Let
Yeah.
alone Masters. The highest I would see would be Diamond. So apparently,
It's Masters then Preds, right? Or is it Preds
Master
then
and
Masters?
Preds, they're essentially
Yeah,
the
because
same rank.
Preds
Pred is just top
top 500,
I think 750.
top 750.
I think I don't remember one of those numbers.
Because in Overwatch you have basically the same medal ranks, right? Like bronze, silver, gold, and then you go to plat, and then it's diamond. But in Overwatch, there's 3 other things after diamond. It's master, grandmaster, and then top 500.
Oh, okay.
But top 500 is the thing about top 500 though is that it's a part of grandmaster,
Mhm.
right? So it's like kind of a
Same thing. You're just better.
it's the same thing. Well, I mean, no, exactly. Like the difference between a lot of people say like the
Top
difference
500,
between
you are correct.
top 500.
I just
Okay.
checked. Yeah, go.
The difference between like fucking like grandmaster, what is it? Grandmaster 1 and like top 500 is like almost the difference between like plat 1 and like diamond 1.
Oh, okay.
Like that, there's a huge difference as I've heard before between just skill and like just play sense and
Mhm.
whatnot. You know, it's a, and like that's the thing, like that's like a boink rank almost.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's almost a huge fucking gap, and oh my god, it's just like it's crazy, and it's crazy that like yeah, we've been in multiple lobbies where like we'll have like we've had I think a handful of lobbies where we'll have like a team of Preds on our team and a team of Preds on the other team, and so basically the Preds go after each other, and then like us the random kids just like go after the other random kids, and whoever basically wins between the Preds and the random kids, like, you know, wins the game.
Yeah.
That is pretty fucking even, I'd say.
Yeah.
And like those games are actually pretty fun because, to be fair, like somehow Preds just are
No.
the Preds just know and go after each other.
Yeah.
And then we just have our crayons and whatnot and trying to stab each other.
Delicious.
But we've also had games where like we have a bunch of fucking people that are like our skill level on our team, and the other team is just all Preds.
Or it's even we have people even lower than our skill level. Like
Lower than our
players.
skill
And then
level.
on the other team, it's
it's just
Master
Preds.
It's frustrating. So there is skill-based matchmaking, quote unquote, in the game, which I think is a lie.
I think
Where it just groups everyone together in your party, and I don't remember if it was based on KD or not, or some other variation.
well, remember one year, one season, the skill based matchmaking was based off of your competitive ranking as well, and that was when we got to diamond.
Yeah.
And that shit hasn't changed. Even though me, you, or Tammy have played a single game of competitive after we ratted. Actually, no, we did. We played like 3, but we didn't even qualify for anything yet. We were still fucking paper rank.
Yeah, it was. Oh, you go from paper negative
To bronze.
1 to 0, and
Yeah.
it's
And then
the
there's
points
some-
are very deceptive.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's unfortunate because you work so hard even in placement matches. You're fighting for your life because in those matches, if Pride's Masters, it just groups everyone together who didn't do their placement matches or who haven't played. In a
Wait,
while.
really?
I've seen Pride's and Masters,
Oh,
Diamonds.
wow,
you
that's
haven't done that stuff.
fucking.
If you haven't done your placement matches, or again you haven't played in a while, there's that big gap in your playtime, which the game is like it's a gap in your skill and just groups everyone together. Which I've gone into
No.
I've gone into placement matches without, honestly by accident maybe once or twice, and I've seen both new players and Preds. It's
Oh my god, that's fucking disgusting.
yeah, and I think it's honestly the same thing happens just based on your rank. Supposedly it's like a one rank difference now, but we haven't actually gone into ranked testing.
Yeah, we haven't gone into ranked, and then as well as like the rank system they haven't changed it yet into so because like the whole thing about the rank system was that you like 3 seasons ago you could rat, and then as long as you got top 10 you were fine.
You went either neutral or positive. I think the top 10 was positive, I think.
Oh yeah, 3 seasons ago, yeah. And then 2 seasons ago they changed it where you have to get basically top 8.
Everything
and then it was neutral.
Yeah. Which I understand that to combat ratting. However,
they didn't add anything else to points.
That's it.
Besides quote unquote skill, which you can't determine until after the game when you figure out that the 2 teams that you went up against are higher in skill, which then it's like, well, how's that determined? Is that level or is that ranking? Because then if it's based on level, then it's like, well, fucking, what about the people that like Smurf? And how is that fair to like us if that's the only way we get extra XP? Exactly. And then if it's not based on level and it's based on rank, why the fuck are we going up against people who are higher rank at our ranked level?
Mm-hmm.
How does that seem fair? I get it if it's like a plat 1 versus like a plat 2 or something like that. But like, and then I get 700 fucking SP or whatever the fuck because we went up against fucking Preds and we didn't die. Or we killed that team because like one of them was crippled.
The whole thing is frustrating and it's very demotivating to even want to even try ranked.
Oh dude,
there's no points for anything. It's you get in, you lose so many points. The main thing that they changed was the entry cost for matches. They made it
they bumped it up.
The same thing. Yeah. They basically made it the same thing, or they have an entry cost in bronze and silver, which doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
And your rank is just determined by essentially your placement. There's no like, oh, you're guaranteed like 5, 10, 15 points per kill at this rank. It's just, well, you place 5th. All right, keep at it.
Yeah, you place 5th, so you're getting 5.
It's
points.
slow too.
Yeah.
That was the main thing I had an issue with ranked arena when it was a thing. We played arena when it was here. You and Tammy, and I played it with some older friends of mine too. Made it to plat, diamond in arena, got the badges, whatever. The problem with ranked arena was you either won or you lost. You started with 200 points, or I think it was 180 actually. Then you could go up to 200. You win a game, plus 20, and you would keep at it. If you win a game, 180. You lose, and then you win the next game, it's 160. You lose, you win the next one, it's 140, and goes on. It caps at 220. And when you're in the higher ranks, when it's 1,500, 2,000 points to rank up, you might as well not even try. It's just a waste of your time.
Yeah.
And there was no way to recuperate those losses. Keep that system.
Even if you kept like winning like 5, 10 games in a row.
Exactly, which if you won 5, 10 games in a row, go back up a level of tier, go back up to, okay, you now earn 40, then you earn 60, and then you go back up. Some people who just 3-man arena, they won basically every single game, got pred the same day the new season released.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Oh my god. So we've played a little bit of Overwatch before.
A day.
A day, yeah, a little bit. You don't even know the crazy shit that ranked Overwatch is right now, because it's basically like you have snapshots of like your wins to rank up, right? And it's like you'll have like 5 snapshots, and it'll only take those wins, right? But the whole reason why it's so bad is because it also calculates losses in between those 5 wins. Mm. So even though it'll show like 5 wins, oh my god, that's great. You then rank down because it's like, well, I also lost like 10 games. Mm-hmm. Right? They're trying to fix it now. Thank God. But it was like that for like 4 fucking seasons, I believe. It was so fucking dumb. It was like, yeah, you did so well, D-Rank.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Cox gun. Like, it made no fucking sense. I'm glad that they're changing it now. I don't like...
I was gonna say, do you still play Overwatch?
I don't.
Oh.
I what I do now is I just watch it. Mm-hmm. But, like, there's no incentive of, like, wanting to to go back and play Overwatch. This is a little bit of a tangent, so I'm sorry, because we were supposed to talk about EA. But there's so many similarities in just like the ranking and how it's all it's all getting fucked up and whatnot. Because like, oh fucking god, dude, it's like there's no reason to go back. If every time that I go back, I have to basically pay $20 to have a character, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Or you spend 50 to 100 hours trying to even unlock them before you.
Exactly. Like, you don't have to spend $20, but it's like I like
you should for the full experience.
For the full,
right? Right?
Right? But like, and I don't want to spend $20. Okay, you don't have to. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't. But the fact that I have to play like 100 games to unlock like 3 characters is fucking bananas.
I want to add on to that, just as someone who's never played Overwatch before, who played with you
Or
for the first time.
intensively. Yeah.
We just played a couple casual games, and that was really all. But I played when Ramatra, I think
was first introduced.
Love the design. Love the character.
Fucking
I want
awesome.
to play him. Yes. I got to win 100 matches or something like that to even unlock him, or I got to get to rank 50, 70, whatever it is for the battle pass. And all I saw was you either spend 100 hours, even more doing this because I was new, or there's a price tag attached to it. And in the middle of all that, the massive amount of microtransactions for everything in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Breathing costs money.
Oh, yeah. And then not only that, but because you started new, you didn't have all the other characters that were in the base game of Overwatch 1. Meanwhile, me and Tammy had Junkrat, Orisa, Sigma, fucking Widowmaker, like Reinhardt. Like, we had all the characters, and yet we still also either had to pay money to get Ramatra, or play, like, how many other games it would take to unlock them. Now, I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, Overwatch did this and it fucking sucks. Because EA has done it too with fucking Apex.
Yeah.
The only thing is, you don't stop getting, each game that you play in each level up, you don't stop getting currency. You'll always get currency, right? The only thing that stops is you getting Apex packs, which then can, which then can give you skins or crafting materials, or maybe crafting materials for an heirloom or whatever if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but these tokens literally kind of mean nothing when you've played the game as long as both me and Alex, and like you have like 120,000.
Yeah.
Or like 220,000, and a new character comes in, and it's like, okay, well, we don't have to play, we just buy it.
I will say they are looking into, adding the next season or the season after, where you can buy battle pass levels with the red tokens.
Which is like cool, but my only thing is, it's just like, when you're at the high level that we are at, and it takes like 3 games to level up, versus like one really good game to like level up once.
Yeah.
It's like so long. It's so long to get enough like Apex tokens or whatever the fuck they're called to then get like be able to then get a character.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like that mindset. The characters themselves should be free at some point or another. Like, you should just play them.
Yeah.
You know, the cosmetics, whatever the fuck else, that people can pay for at their own will and whatnot. I think that is fine. Like, that's what Overwatch was in the past. You know, now you couldn't pay for skins directly. You had to, well, roll the dice and like get Overwatch box, a mystery box, and then you would have like a chance 3 or 4 times of getting a legendary or an epic or a uncommon or a common and whatever. Now, in Overwatch 1, there were multiple ways of like getting boxes, and each day you could get like 3 or 4. When you leveled up, you would get one, which is cool, right? So going back to like what Apex is doing a little bit.
Yeah.
And like every time you level up, you would get one. Instead of like now, where it's like in Apex, like the first 20 levels, you get straight packs. then it's like one after another until you hit level 100. Then it's like every 2 levels after like level like 250 or some shit.
And then it goes backwards for some reason.
Does it?
It's some weird distribution.
What do you mean backwards?
It'll say, oh, you'll get it every 5-10 levels, and then once you get higher in the ranks, it'll be like every 5 or then every other. It's long story short that you are eventually guaranteed an heirloom, but you gotta be level like
500.
50. Not 500. No.
It used to be 500. It was like, wasn't there a
Every 500
guarantee
packs.
every 500
Not level
packs?
500. So now, with the level cap, you're able to get a guaranteed heirloom. It's going to take you a while, though. Especially if you're not consistently placing top.
Oh, because the level cap is what?
Very high. I
Yeah.
think it's like 1,500.
Oh my god.
Because it goes from 500, then you go into green color for your thing, then blue, then red. I've only seen very like a handful of people with above level 1,000, and then I've seen 1 or 2 with the last 500 or so. levels.
Wow, yeah.
It's. I mean, again, that could just be like skill.
Since the dawn of time, I have played this. Yeah, it's almost like the what is it? The not the creator badge, but like
Dev badge.
the dev badge. Yeah, that's only given to devs.
Oh, every time I see a dev in game, I make a joke with you or Tammy that I want to talk to them about the game. Like, I just want to talk about matchmaking. I just want to talk.
Yeah, how's the matchmaking going? Are we changing anything, or is it just like still poop?
Matchmaking gives me a headache every single time I talk about it.
Because the matchmaking is like, it's the one reason why like I'm like I want to play Apex. I want to play Apex.
And then you get shot in the face by a pred, and it's okay. Now
We like there are games where like we do stomp people, but like there are also games where it's like very much 50-50. And there are games where we get stomped. And like that might all seem like even and equal. And it would be if it was like, let's say we're playing 9 games and it was 3-3-3. But how it really plays out is like we stomp one game. We have 2 equal games. And then 6 games straight, we get fucking annihilated.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And then it repeats.
Mm-hmm. So if we win 2-3 games in a row, it's whoa. Wow.
The game's like, whoa, you gotta hold some gun. You gotta do something about this, and then you get shot in the back of the fucking head, and it's like, why?
And it's even more demotivating. It's I'll get off for the night.
It's even more demotivating when it's also in competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would think competitive would be at least somewhat of a controlled way of seeing how. Like of seeing people's ranks and like how we all interact with one another.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's money first, player second. So
Basically.
whatever they can do, they're so focused on releasing these skins, releasing not releasing characters, but battle pass, premium battle pass, any content like that, or events where it's just skins. That's not an event.
Yeah, that's not an event.
But don't worry, you can buy this one skin that's a slightly different shade of blue and 50 packs for $75.
Yeah.
There's
or be like Tammy and spend about spend about $150 to then get Fuse's new heirloom.
Well, you did get your heirloom with Paffy. Yeah?
I did get my heirloom, yes.
Yeah, finally.
Fucking finally.
Did you record that, by the way?
I didn't. Unfortunately.
I could have sworn you did.
No, I don't think so.
What was it? It was, I got 100 packs, I don't get it. And I'm like, okay, get one more. And then you got the...
Yeah! Oh my god! It was like, I'm gonna buy 100. Yeah. Oh, dude. I should have recorded that. I think, no, at the end I was like, I should have fucking recorded this, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We finally got his fucking...
memory.
We finally got his boxing gloves, and now it's on some Mirages. I want Mirage's heirloom. I don't really care about the butterfly knife, even though I do have a trainer in front of me.
You have the real thing. It's okay.
No, I don't have the real thing. It's a trainer. It's dull. I don't really care about Octane's butterfly knife.
Yeah.
Or his heirloom, because to me it's a little like, it's not a lot, but like I do play Octane a lot. But I love Mirage.
Yeah.
And like I think Yeah, I gotta give that to Mirage. And then after that, I don't fucking know.
People trash on it a lot, and I don't think it deserves the hate that it gets.
Well, because it has really good fucking lore
I
behind
was
it
just
too.
about to say it has a lot of
It's
canon
very
tied to
good,
it.
bad, sad lore.
Yeah, it's horrible. I cry every time I read it.
Yeah.
For my sake, I have Bloodhound's heirloom in game and real life. It's
Yeah.
in my on my dresser somewhere, which is awesome. I got the one in real life before I got the one in game. But I've been going from maining Bloodhound to maining Valk,
Yeah.
specifically when we used to play ranked. And Valk she was a meta in very strong quotation marks. You just needed someone that could rotate. So I was like, oh, I always wanted to use Valk.
Which at the time, if Alex wasn't playing Valk, I was always playing Pathy.
Yeah, you needed someone with movement. Otherwise, you're just kind of dead in the water.
Mm-hmm.
But I played her for that season. I'm like, let me play her another season. This is fun. And now, if someone else takes Bloodhound when I'm not playing with you,
No.
or Tammy, excuse me, someone else picks Valk, I'm like, what do I do with my life? What do I do?
Before we joked about that, like Alex's fucking his whole like player pick screen is just fucking Bloodhound, and now it's just shift to fucking Valk.
Yeah,
that's all.
I have this cool like Iron Man skin for her that I love. I was like, oh, I don't want to get it. It's $20. I'm like,
got it.
I got $20. I'll throw it to them. Which you get trackers and screen for them and Valk. That brings up my next question of whose heirloom am I gonna get next? Because Bloodhound and Valk not just both have heirlooms, they both have heirloom skins.
Who do we think is going to get an heirloom next?
Ooh, that's Fuse just got his, and so did Horizon.
Do you think, because people have been trashing on him, that Newcastle will get his heirloom next? And as well as maybe a rework? Because there's a whole thing, right? I don't know if you saw, I sent a video of Newcastle's like his buff, quote unquote, to him coming out of his ult. There is no buff. When they said they buffed it, there is no buff. Oh, it's the same fucking time as before. They're like, we buffed it, so like he comes out of it earlier. No, he fucking doesn't come out of his ult earlier. He slams down, and it's the same fucking amount of time.
It looks faster when you're playing him, but when you're going against him, you're like, oh, he's ulting. Everyone point your gun at him or throw an arc star or a grenade, he's going to be stuck in it.
Yeah.
And that's all. I will say, in ranked, I've seen people kind of picking him up a bit more just because of, like, the res or...
well, because the res is really fucking good.
If you know how to play the shield.
Yeah, his movement is really fucking good when he's, like, moving people behind, like, cover and whatnot. But, like, that's really it.
Yeah.
Besides, like, okay, you're ulting, someone gets pushed a little too far, or they push a little bit too far into a team. Oh, I'm gonna use my ult so I can, like, land in front of them. And then all of a sudden they keep moving forward, and you basically made a wall behind, like, them moving backwards, and then they go down.
Yeah. I've had that happen before, not just...
multiple times because of me.
Yeah.
Like, no,
I didn't say it, but you did.
No, let's be honest. Like, yeah. Multiple times because of me.
Or even, not just you, but when I'll play with characters on my team in Mixtape or whoever that are playing Rampart, they block the doors, and I'm trying to back up into them, and I gotta turn around physically.
See, I don't do that as Rampart.
No,
but, like...
you make your little nest, but it's visible.
I make my fucking little nest, and I make sure people know where the fuck I am and what I'm fucking doing. There was a whole fucking thing that I saw, and it was... So, a catalyst locked all the doors, and a Rampart basically said, you know what? Bet. And put her fucking walls in front of them, took out Sheila, and destroyed their fucking doors. And just started mowing in, like, in the entire fucking area. And they couldn't leave. They couldn't leave because of her, Sheila, and her shields in front of them.
Mm-hmm. You can't do anything against that. But for Newcastle, I was just thinking, a lot of people are hoping that his heirloom, when he does get one, because of course he's going to, maybe not next, but most likely with a rework, is going to be like a long sword or some type of sword, like the sword, like not a long, some type of sword, to match the whole knight in shining armor, knight in shield, or sword and shield type of thing.
I think I think just making it a shield would be cool, but that's just me. Or we can have another character who has a hammer, and I could.
A hammer would be really cool, like a unique.
But I'm thinking of Reinhardt.
Yeah,
Like,
my mind went to like Warframe hammer that you just throw like a boomerang and it comes back to you. That's my favorite.
Could be
weapon
baseball
to
bat.
use.
I don't know. I don't know what it fucking would be.
Oh, it'd be
Because
funny
we
if it was-
also like, as we explained before, like I will say this. I will give Overwatch this. At least they're consistent with their fucking lore. When it comes to Apex, it's like
you can't keep track of it.
like what the fuck is happening? Like,
We used to go to full-on comics that were like voice acted in the treasure packs that you got, and now it's just a PowerPoint presentation. Of
yeah.
text
I mean,
boxes.
like okay. Granted, we got the whole like 4-parter of Loba
Kill
and
code,
Kill Code, and like, and as well as we now have a sneak peek of next season,
Mhm.
which is pretty fucking cool. But like, my one thing about this whole fucking lore and whatnot is that like no one knows what anyone is doing and what anything means, because well, Apex doesn't have like either it seems like a definitive quote unquote end, unlike Overwatch, to be fair. And I say that in heavy quotes for Overwatch because it's like the ending is like, okay, the world comes together in peace, and everyone like sees like Overwatch is like good again, and like they become basically the crazy United Nations that, you know, they reunite everything, right? Even though there's always going to be conflict and whatever, right? Avengers type shit.
Yeah.
But like Apex, there isn't like a definitive end. There isn't like, oh, this person is like the main bad guy.
Mhm.
We know who's evil, right?
Yeah.
Like Revenant. And only Revenant.
According to
no.
some people, he's just misunderstood.
He's just misunderstood. No Revenant apologists, please. Like, that's so fucking dumb.
apologists in the comments.
He literally killed people for fun before he became a simulacrum. And then was programmed to think that he was still human. Don't fucking tell me that he's quote-unquote good.
People would latch onto the smallest things of him, like, talking to Loba. It's like, oh, truce for a moment. But
Well, yeah, like that yeah, he wants a truce because he wants to get his fucking shit.
Dude,
That's
fact
it.
that Kill Code was just one big suicide mission for him is the funniest
It
thing.
really
It is problematic couple, war criminal, assistant war criminal, and suicide. That's what Kill Code
Wait, who's
is.
assisted worker?
Lifeline?
Wait, is she?
Maggie's the war criminal.
Well, no, I know that. I think we all knew
Yeah,
that.
no,
Maggie
I'm
was-
saying because Maggie and Lifeline are working so close together, and that's why Fuse is worried for Lifeline's safety, because he knows what Maggie is, and he's worried that Maggie is going to turn Lifeline, well, not evil, quote unquote, but into a worse person, like
Yeah.
just focused on revenge, like how she was. You know,
Yeah.
I will say I'm gonna be the Val quote unquote apologist, although I think people's perspective of
Wait,
her is
for what
changing,
though?
because
What's she done?
when Val first released, her lore, quote unquote, was, oh, my father. Her whole her personality was her father, and that's why she got so much trash on her. Was, oh, you, what are you? Oh yeah, no, I'm Viper's kid. That's it. She was just Viper. But
Yeah.
as time progressed and she was in a relationship with Loba, she was trying to deal with Bangalore. I don't mean deal with in a negative sense, but, you know, trying to not wanting to destroy. But there's all that lore between that three-way relationship.
That love triangle.
It's love triangle. That's what I was looking for. She became someone of her own, and especially that was shown in Kill Code that I've mentioned to you and Tammy before, and also here, is that she did not turn against Loba because she didn't like her. She turned against Loba because she was afraid of Loba becoming something that she almost became, someone who is just obsessed with revenge and drowning in it, or loses themselves completely to the idea of revenge, guilt, hatred, which is amazing character development for someone like her. And I like her even more for it, not just because I play her. She's fun to play, and she has some great voice lines with other characters, and stands on her own now.
Yeah.
Which I
Like, she
do
actually she actually is having more of a personality. But the only thing about that is like also Respawn hasn't really added anything to like progress that besides just like in these Kill Code episodes.
Yeah, it's
like and I don't mean that in like comics and whatnot, because like they most definitely are in like comics and kill codes and animations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean like in actual gameplay, like she's still the same fucking annoying goddamn character that only speaks about dead dad. And it fucking sucks. Like it really sucks because like that is amazing fucking character development.
Yeah.
For like any character, and that makes an amazing character. It almost reminds me of like Zuko in like
yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Yeah.
where it's just like I want revenge on like the Avatar, or I want to get back at my father, and then just being like, well, you know what? Not everything is gonna end how I want it, and maybe I shouldn't let my revenge or my pettiness like control me.
Yeah, it's you're more than your past, you're more than your demons.
Yeah.
It's great to see. And then on the other hand, going back to Apex, Loba has definitely fallen out of favoritism with the community just because of her actions in Kill Code. She has, I think, has become just revenge. That's it. She's just become the embodiment of revenge, guilt, or hatred towards Revenant. And it's unfortunate to see because I think she had her whole lore is my parents died. I found the person who killed him. I'm not gonna give him the satisfaction of killing himself, because Revenant wants to die, and that's why their whole conflict.
Well, now technically he doesn't want to die anymore.
Well, yeah, now
because he does still have the answers of death.
Yeah, he
because he has like the fucking head.
Yeah, now he has
like
his own head, and he can control himself.
Oh, that was his head.
That was that's his name.
Oh
that's
shit!
His head from when he was a person.
I was like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this
head.
big brain guy?
That's him.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking sorry. I was like, why are they getting this big brain guy? And why is he teleporting everywhere?
That's his name, yeah. If you look at Rev, his original release trailer, the person you see in the beginning, that's him. He was an assassin before he became a simulacrum.
Yeah.
And they just kept his head, and that's Rev robots everywhere.
But we assumed that he was the only robot until Kill Code, where they explain that it's multiple.
Yeah, it's facilities everywhere.
Everywhere.
And he just is able to control them, and they just dogpiled Silva.
See, okay, this is what I mean. This shit is fucking hype.
Yes.
But it's the fact that like they're doing nothing with this at all. Meanwhile, like they're kind of right. They're putting stuff here and there, right? But there isn't like a huge like this is going to happen if like no one, kind of like Warhammer 40K shit. Like this shit's gonna happen if no one like the Tyranids are gonna destroy our entire fucking galaxy if we don't do anything, right? Like there isn't that. There isn't like a moment of like, well, maybe we should combine forces in some way to like figure out like this problem. Because and it might be like, well, why do they have to do that? This and that, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, I guess they don't. But then it's like nothing's fucking resolved.
What do you do?
What do you do? Because now you're just making lore for an empty fucking campaign.
Yeah.
That is going to lead to nothing. To be honest. That's why I'm sorry.
You're good. I would just like to see definitely, of course, more lore. What happens in between matches, or what happens outside of matches, like to the world itself. There's just Apex in
because
lore.
We have
like a big sporting event.
Because we do have like little spritz of like what is happening outside of it, like not Rampart. What's her name? Vantage.
Mm-hmm.
What's Vantage's mom doing in fucking prison? I actually don't think we know. We just know that she's in prison. But Vantage wants to keep winning these games to finally get her out of prison, or at least like make the media known that like her mother's in prison for the wrong reasons.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that ship that her mom was something about she's a criminal. I think she's a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And that trailer for Vantage, that was probably one of my favorite trailers.
Oh
The
yeah.
moment where she came out with all the bats, or that scene that's actually a loading screen, where it's her and her mom over the table and she's holding the knife.
Yes.
That was so much tension. That was amazing.
Yes.
Bring more of that. We need to see more.
And
of that.
like and unfortunately though, that goes back to like, okay, but that's all we have for Vantage.
Yeah.
Like and we and they kind of figured this out a little bit with fucking Seer as well. A little bit. So they brought in Catalyst, who brings in more like info of like Seer,
Yeah.
who basically took over like the moon colony, and gave it to
He brought the games to Catalyst's home, I believe.
yes.
And she has no home.
And yeah, she has no home. And like it's like, okay, so Seer's like
He was being
and
manipulated.
he was either an asshole or was being manipulated, but like Seer literally has like no backstory besides he's a pop star,
He's,
I guess, or a inspirational speaker.
To go back to Arena, he is the olden days of arenas. He he was
That's also
originally
one
just
thing,
there.
man. Like before we continue, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Apex, Respawn, fucking EA. Heed my words. Bring back arenas. Like
Bandai
please.
single player, please.
please bring back arenas and like either add single player or like can we get a fucking team of 4?
I was just about to
You
say
know?
quads would be awesome.
And there's so many things that I would love for EA to do. Like, can we have arenas back? And I mean like either its own game mode, or can we have like some Call of Duty type shit where it's like arenas it's by itself, gun game is by itself, TDM is
control
by itself,
Yeah.
Control by itself, and BR. You have 5 game modes, and you have and actually 6 because you have competitive BR. 7 because maybe some people want to play competitive arenas. So you have 7 game modes.
Or you can even go into them and change the settings. It's like, okay, I want gun run just to be like close quarters or long range or things that you could change. I'm thinking Black Ops 3 in my mind right now.
Well, if you're doing like a private game,
Yeah.
right? If you're doing a
The
private
ability
game,
to do private games without needing all of the people, you can add bots. I think
yeah,
that'd be
even
awesome.
too. That would be fucking awesome. And like if you allow us to change the map or whatnot, that's awesome. That's great. That's some Overwatch shit.
Yeah.
But like I think just having it to where like the main area of the firing range becomes what the game mode is, and it takes out like a few things, like it takes out the tower, the jump tower, right? But like the main area of like the buildings and whatnot become TDM, become not control, because
Gun run.
yeah, it becomes gun run,
Yeah.
right? Would be cool since you can already have friendly fire, right? Like, please bring back fucking arenas.
It was fun.
Arenas was so fucking fun, and it saddens me sometimes when we go back to maps that were arenas.
Yeah.
Like that fucking like the control map, not launch site, egg site B or C or whatever the fuck.
It's a Habitat 4.
Habitat 4. There we go. I was wrong.
No.
But like that shit for arenas
That was crazy.
was so fucking fun.
It was, you could do close range there, you could do long range, you could do anything you
Close,
want.
long.
It was so much fun, and
I personally liked it because after Call of Duty, I started playing a lot of not Apex. Well, I did, but in between them, sandwich in between them was CS:GO. I played a lot of CS:GO,
Yeah.
and I fucking hated it. Every single time I fucking played it, I fucking hated it because it was just like the sweatiest game ever made, next to Overwatch. And like arenas was just so fun because it took away the sweatiness
Mhm.
that was CS:GO, and it just added like so much more shit
just
too.
kept the fun part.
It kept the fun part, and like yeah, you had competitive, and like I if you want to play competitive, whatever, that's up to you. But like this is my only thing, right? If you're gonna keep arena stats in this fucking game, EA, you better bring back arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because if not, I don't know why my Revenant has over 1 million fucking damage in arenas. Like, I don't know why. People totally thought I was like that. I was a demon.
24/7 just playing arena. That's it.
That I was
That is your 9 to 5.
and that I was also a fucking what's it called? Not a scrub.
Sweat.
No, not a sweat. What is it called? A Smurf account. There we go.
Yeah. Arena was so fun.
Arena was so fun.
I didn't play. A lot of people played it for. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it was a great warm up." Yeah, you could do it to warm up for a ranked, for a BR, whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I think it took the intensive parts and the momentum of a 3v3 in BR, consolidated it into like that one fight, that one round.
Yeah.
And that was so much fun. That's what kept me.
And then
back.
and as well as it was a best of 3. So yeah, you lost 1 round or you won 2, but
Sudden death
the
was
game
nuts.
the game could keep going.
Mhm.
The fact that like sudden death, red fucking shields, purple helmet already given to you. Whatever you fucking have when it comes to points is what you got, and you better fucking make the most of it. Because like when
hopefully you didn't use your ult before, now you're gonna need it now.
oh yeah, oh my god.
I like that unpredictability with ults and abilities.
Yeah,
I thought that was so much fun, and then it gave you the smallest bit of time to figure out, what do I use my points on? Do I max out a gun? What is the benefit of blue versus purple? Do I need my ult? How about tactical?
Oh yeah,
Grenades,
and then
shields.
now because of like the different characters that are in the game now, like
I
oh
think
my
it'd be
god,
nuts.
it would be fucking nuts.
It would be, what is it? It's like
Okay,
6 characters less.
Think with me real quick. Think, Mark. Think.
Think, Mark.
So
Think, Mark. Don't think.
So enemy team, right? So every arenas game had ring side, and then it also had care package side that was out of the ring.
Yeah.
Team goes to care package side. Your team though is fucking conduit with ult.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle.
Oh.
And Caustic.
Oh, jeez.
And Newcastle has ult.
Mm-hmm. Conduit
as well. With conduit.
Everyone has ult.
No.
No?
Caustic doesn't need it. Caustic puts down his traps, and you wait. And you fucking wait. And then peak Caustic gameplay. You just put down all your traps, and then when they start rushing, Conduit puts down her shit.
Conduit, what's that one thing you said about her?
Her ult is, if you look down, when her ult goes out, it goes out in a V.
Mm.
Instead of going completely horizontal in a straight line, it goes out in a V. And so why that's so good is because if you have like a narrow spot where you only want, if you have a narrow spot, and then as well as like you want to put a wall going, how would you say? You don't want a wall going perpendicular to where you are. You want a wall going almost parallel to where you're going. You want one going like straight ahead. That's how like you do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's more condensed and whatnot. And like if you have a smaller area where like you want people to be like stuck in this one door because you just surrounded it with whatever, you know, and like, or if there's like 2 doors to like one building, or 3 doors, right? It has the main door and then the sides. You're like, it's like, you will know, you know, it's
a small tech like that,
dude.
Makes her more interesting,
dude. And then Caustic, right? He like his shit's gonna take like life away, not shields. And then if anyone loses shields, Conduit's got you. And if anyone goes down, well, here we got the Newcastle ult with his fucking shield, and then as well as his like repair shield when you go down.
I keep forgetting his Newcastle's ult electrifies you and hurts you until I'm standing in it.
When you're in front of it.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, why does this hurt so much? Where am I getting hit from? It's the shield.
Yeah, it's a shield.
It's small tech like that. I think that makes the character so much more interesting. Like, I can speak with Valk. If you crouch in front of doors and you back up with her rockets, destroys the door and hits the person behind it.
See, this is how much we play.
Also, I know
this is how much we play, and this is how much like shit we have on it too.
the two other Valk Tech, quote unquote, that I know, if you spin in her ult, you have a less likely chance of getting hit because it's going to hit your teammates instead. That's why I do that when we're about to get shot.
Oh yeah.
And then the other one, if you look down when you're doing her tactical and you jump at the right time, you send her tactical behind her, and it stops anybody behind you. 'Cause it's stunned.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that one that one's like takes more time to
Yeah.
figure out because it's very specific timing. But,
Yeah.
but it works.
The simple thing I only have with Pathy is, and if this is anyone playing Pathy who doesn't know, listen up. when you grapple and you're still on the ground and you're wondering how Pathy players like automatically get like a boost of momentum, once you hear your grapple grab something, jump.
That's it.
And you will
I've
get
been trying to do that in firing range.
Yeah, and you will get forward momentum. You will not only get forward momentum, but your grapple, well, how should I say? You'll just gain speed faster,
Moment
basically.
acceleration.
You'll excel faster
And
while
give me
grappling
kind of
forward,
acceleration.
which is how, right, from standing still to like going like faster than fucking Octane with his stim happens.
That
Because-
scare me.
Because then not only that are you going with that momentum, right? Which you can also get from fucking what is it called again? Power gliding or
Super glide.
super gliding.
That you're
And then you can fucking do that,
dude.
right? But as well as if you master super gliding and as well as bee hopping, when you land, you can bee hop and keep that fucking momentum.
Same thing with Horizon with her tactical.
Dude.
I mean her passive.
Dude.
You're like I've been there. I've been in the
Imagine,
trenches.
dude, I'm just saying, imagine the devil that you will create if you actually figure all that shit out all at once.
I wonder if that's like a rank thing that people would do. They just focus on like skirmishers like that. Dude, imagine that running at you, a Horizon, and then Octane on the jump pad. Like
And an Octane demon going back and forth,
Like, yeah,
somehow moving forward too.
you see them, you blink, you're back in the lobby.
You see them, you blink, you're in the gulag in fucking Call of Duty somehow.
Back in the building
Back
again.
in the building. Oh my god.
I played Warzone
Once and never played it again.
2 games, and then I never.
Yeah,
played it again.
Warzone's just.
I couldn't get. I not that I couldn't get the hang of it. It just felt too slow because I'm used to playing Apex.
Oh my god.
Like it just
same.
it.
What I was going to say before actually we
Before
ended,
the
because
before.
before the before and after, why I think, right, a lot of people also enjoy Apex a lot more than like maybe like Overwatch or something like that, is because of the constant lore that comes out.
Mhm.
And then not only that, but like a lot of promises that have been said have and still and hopefully will been how would you say accomplished.
Yeah.
Overwatch, the main reason why like the player base went down so fast was because ever since Overwatch 1, Blizzard has been explaining that there's going to be a huge like
PvE?
not PvE, but there's going to be a huge campaign
campaign.
game mode to explain like basically the whole lore of Overwatch, how everything like fits
And they
in.
pulled it right under everyone.
I mean, they didn't even pull the rug over. They just like fucked us in the ass with like, yeah, we are not going to continue with this idea of a campaign. And
I don't
that
even
it was
Overwatch,
going,
and I was frustrated.
and that it was like going to be basically like like their solution was PvE, like story PvE.
that was the whole reason they made Overwatch 2.
That was
for
the whole
campaign.
idea of Overwatch 2, which is why like when Blizzard had its complications and then Activision came in and was like, you have to do something, they finally made Overwatch 2, because basically they were waiting for the campaign to be finished to then put out Overwatch 2 for people to pay for Overwatch 2. But Activision was like, you got to give these players something. They can't just keep playing Overwatch You know, they like you have to give them something. And it's not just going to be like a new hero or a new two heroes or a new map. Like
It's a full thing.
give them Overwatch 2. And so then they made the multiplayer of the PvP, sorry, the competitive free, and then basically that was supposed to sustain people until they finished the campaign. My one thing is, if they did come out and say that they unfortunately did not have the funds, or if they did not have the manpower to finish a campaign, that, however, they were going to continue the storyline via animation, I 100% would still be playing Overwatch to this day. I mean, did you know that Overwatch was supposed to be a movie?
I didn't know until you told me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was supposed to be a movie, and then Blizzard
Cool.
Blizzard basically said, "Hey, no, we should," because probably they were like World Warcraft, their movie of their game WoW, didn't do well. They were like, you know what, maybe we should make a game instead of doing a movie. And then like my one thing is, if they did continue that, or maybe continue it with comics, and then like later on they made it into animated stuff, I think people would still be fucking playing Overwatch as much as it is. It's like we can't do a campaign. We're sorry, but here's an alternative that is actually good. That won't be just like a fucking pile of dog dicks, and like no one's gonna play it ever. You know, like it's going to be consistent, because we understand that like the campaign was for the people who wanted to continue the story, who wanted to see Overwatch, to see the rise and the fall and the resurrection of Overwatch.
Yeah.
You know, and where Talon's going to be and everything in between. You know. And I'm just saying this right now, if you go and watch old animated Overwatch stuff, you wouldn't believe that it's from 2016, 2017, 2018 animation. You know, like it's really fucking good. Not as good as Rule 34 Overwatch animations.
No. Next full comment is apparently that changed the field of animation. I'm not joking. Like, you talk to animators, they're like, the amount of progress animation has come from was because of Overwatch. It makes so much, bro. The physics,
dude. Jizzle physics. But it works out perfectly.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Oh shit.
Failed successfully. But like, if it was like that, dude, like the last animated thing, they put out a new animation, and it's for their new it looks like Samoan character named Magua.
Yeah.
Who is like, he is a big ass fucking guy with dual fucking like miniguns on both hands, and he basically runs in and he does a bunch of shit, right?
Yeah.
And it's and he looks awesome, and the animation is like really good, and it's only like 3 minutes. Like,
I love more of this.
And it's like, but it's not even 3D animated. It's 2D animated. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's fucking hype. Like, I'm not even saying like do 3D animated stuff for like lore and whatnot, because that takes a minute. All I'm saying is, Overwatch, okay? You guys have something when it comes to animation. I have cried every single time I've watched the Reinhardt animation. I've cried 2 times watching the Kiriko animation. It's fucking awesome. It's beautiful. And you have an amazing story, an amazing set of characters. The fact that basically this story is then being fucking nerfed because of PvE, and that's how you can get the story, is fucking depressing. And if it was in more of a style that would be, I mean, to be honest, more accepting, and I mean, you don't get anything out of it if you play the PvE. You don't. It's not fun. It's fucking boring. No one's playing it. But there is satisfaction. There is love. There is hatred. There is all sorts of feelings when people watch something that's fucking amazing. And it's like, why don't we have more of that? You have it for characters to explain what they're doing and whatnot. Like the last animation before Overwatch 2 came out with fucking Tracer and Mei and Genji and Reinhardt and all that. Remember?
That
With
big
like
one
the
where they all reunite. and
they
Reinhardt
all
comes
reunite.
out of the sky of the
Yes.
That was I was hyped and I didn't even play.
You and that was probably the main reason why you got Overwatch 2, besides me and Tammy being like, you brought us into your game, let's bring you into ours.
It was, and if the game gave me the smallest satisfaction of that, I'd play it. But when I think about going back to playing Overwatch,
You keep thinking
I
of that
think-
fucking Reinhardt that was dancing in the fucking courtyard doing
yeah,
nothing.
the point and click adventure, them, and then my brain's like, okay, I'm just gonna be hit with wall after wall of monetization, and the characters I want to play are locked behind either a monetization wall or such a massive time investment that I don't want to make.
Yes. Like, wanting us to play your game should not be trying to unlock characters. If anything, it should be what Apex started to do, which is, if you want to keep playing this game, that's fine, but we also have rewards for people who want to invest time into certain guns. And I think that should be also with certain characters. And I think that should have been what Overwatch did as well, where everyone gets these characters, especially the new ones that are coming out. But there are certain things outside of playing comp and getting enough points to make a fucking gun gold. And that's the only thing that you get outside of also paying money to get skins. Doing certain things as a character that have certain challenges and whatnot to then get certain skins, certain sprays, certain cosmetics that, like, outside of, the store and whatnot, no one can get.
Mm-hmm. That just boils down to just you and what you use and what skill.
And I assure you, people would be playing the game a lot fucking more, because, to be honest, in Overwatch 1, that's what a lot of people were doing in trying to get the cute and the pixel sprays.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of that shit was fucking hard and was time consuming, but people did it and it was fun. Salty Fish has a whole thing of trying to get the Floor's Lava achievement. His first video, he couldn't even fucking do it because of Lucio's, like, kit, and then it changed, like, literally a year or two later, and then it made it so much easier. And then he got it a second time because he got, like, an ult account.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We've been talking a lot of shit about EA. Maybe we'll get
Apex with a side of Overwatch salt.
Apex with a side of Overwatch and some salt. Oh man, we've been talking for a minute. Is it time? Is the elevator open? Oh shit, it's been open. Oh shit.
I think Tammy's calling us from the elevator. We got session to go to.
Oh fuck. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna squeeze one of these. Goodbye.